My name's William Young. Most people call me Bill. And I've lived in Bridgewater pretty much for 67 years. When I grew up, I was related just about to everybody in our town in Bridgewater and Bridgewater Corners. My favorite things was with my stepdad was used to get on all from the back roads. It was always so much fun. That my dad grew up, he knew every road, every log road that there was. There used to be a lot of open country where it's been logged off, and farmers had huge areas where their cattle roamed. And in back of where I grew up, there used to be a meadow that went right up over the top of the ridge, and they would have their young stock in there that would keep all of the weeds and stuff down and kept it down. And as these farmers went out of business, selling to second homeowners, and I think the dairy farm basically went out in this area here. We got a couple of beef farmers, but outside of that, we don't have the dairy anymore. And so there's
One dairy farm.
I think there's only one dairy farm, and that's Urban Shirtless place out in North Bridgewater. And so that was one thing, and as you look back now, all of those places where it was open fields, because the cattle roamed there, are all grown up. And it's amazing to how fast nature will overtake it when man is out of the way. And I don't know, it's been just visualize different places that I've been if I stop and think about them. And so with one place there, we had a Subaru Yamagaki. We were crossing a bridge out in Five Corners, and there was one place where the front right was touching in the left rear, and the car was kind of balancing back and forth, and my wife decided she wasn't riding no further, and everybody got out, so I had to drive it in through by myself. But
There was no bridge either.
she said there was no bridge either. It kind of was, but kind of. Yeah, we used to, and that was every night, supper was over, we'd go and jump in the car, the Jeep or whatever, and truck. And I mean, even when you guys were little, I used to, because we always grew up Jeep riding on all these back roads and stuff. I wanted you kids to understand what it was like to ride in the back of the truck or the Jeep or the hay wagon or whatever on hay rides and stuff like this. I wouldn't change my life for today for anybody, even at my age. And I mean, we had so much fun back there. You'd jumping off, you'd be grabbing trees, and you'd be swinging out into the road and stuff like this here. And it wasn't that you were going very fast or anything, but everybody's sitting in the back singing and doing whatever, and and the kids are trying to grab leaves and stuff off the side of the road and stuff. But today, because of the laws, you're not allowed to do that, because everybody has to you can't be in the back of a truck. But I could learn how to drive. My father would be driving the Jeep, and he'd put it in four-wheel drive, low range, and I was waiting for him to do it because he did it every time. He'd say, "Who's driving?" And I was all prepped to be the first one in the seat. And as he went out, I was in. Beat everybody else there. So I had mine, and I got a longer turn. So, and that's where I really learned how to drive, is back in the mountains and those areas. And I did the same with my kids. We'd take them back in Five Corners, and I'd put them in four-wheel drive, low range. At first, they sat on my lap if they were small, but then I'd sit right next to them, and they'd let them drive home. And that's where they get their education, started their education of learning how to drive.